Well, as September rolls along and the world hasn't ended yet, I'm going to go ahead and give you a market update for August 2020 of the entire LA County so you can get a big picture view. And then when we sit down together, we'll definitely narrow down and go more specific about your market and your specific property, of course. So in the office world, we're seeing rent per square foot at $41.11 with, you may be surprised, annual rent growth at 1.1%. And I'll go over that in just a moment, why you're seeing that. A cap rate at 5.4%, vacancy factor, the highest of all, and this is no surprise, at 11.2%, and the sale price per square foot at $446. And then when we look at industrial, we're seeing at $13.51 per square foot for rent. Annual rent growth at 2.3%, the highest rent growth of all these categories. And you can imagine why. You're seeing Amazon, a lot of instant deliveries now, especially even for food. So there's no surprise, annual rent growth at 2.3%. The cap rate at 4.6% and a vacancy factor at 3.6%, the lowest of all, right? There's so much more demand for the industrial sector. And then the sale price per square foot is at $226 per square foot. Now looking at retail, we're seeing $33.01 for rent per square foot per year and annual rent growth at negative 0.7%. Cap rate at 5.4%, in line with office space, and vacancy factor at 5.1%. That's probably because they're still in the process of shutting down. A lot of companies are still going bankrupt. So I do expect this number for the vacancy factor to continue higher. And then the sale price per square foot at $386. And then last but not least, we're gonna look at multifamily. The rent price per square foot per year is at $1,935, but annual rent growth at negative 1.4%, and a cap rate at 4.3%. And a vacancy factor at 6.1%, and the sale price per square foot at $344,000. Well, as I promised, I was going to go over why we're still seeing annual rent growth at 1.1% for office space. Because you're probably hearing, okay, people are downsizing, everyone's working from home now, so why would we see annual rent growth right here? Well, the main thing is, it's because this is an average. And you have areas like Silicon Beach, Santa Monica, Venice, they're seeing rent growth year over year. This is a year over year number. So when they average out the other markets, like the secondary markets, the tertiary markets, you still get an average of 1.1%. But the interesting thing is there is a lot of subleasing going on, even in Silicon Beach. So that's foreboding a lot of decline in the office sector in the coming year. So a lot of statistics, numbers, it's usually like the late indicator. It's showing you what already happened. So that's why you're not seeing it right away, and that explains the annual rent growth. So I want to keep this interactive. You let me know, message me what you would like me to go over more in detail. I know I'm just going over raw numbers, but I like to go over one factor every single time. So today I chose to go over the annual rent growth, why we're seeing that. So you message me and I'll see what gets the most requests, and then I'll go over that when the time comes, when I do the next market update for you. Well, this is it. You know how to get a hold of me, and we'll go from there. Thank you.